Welcome back to Living 808. If you or someone you know has suffered from any kind of vein problem, you know it's more than a cosmetic problem. Here to talk about how treatment can relieve pain and improve the quality of life overall, Dr. Randall Julep from Vein Clinics of Hawaii and Warren Bradshaw, who happens to be a vein patient. Thank you guys for being here with us.
Great to be here.
Dr. Julep, let me start with you because you and I have talked before. We've done some stories at the clinic, but I just want everybody to know what it is that you do at Vein Clinics of Hawaii. What's so important about the stuff that you're doing there?
Well, we treat vein disease, and the thing that we call that is venous insufficiency.
Okay.
And primarily what that means is that the veins in our legs are not functioning the way they should. You know, veins in our legs should be bringing blood upward, but when they fail, the blood starts to settle down into the leg, and it can create a whole host of problems. You know, the most common thing that people see are varicose veins and spider veins, and that's a pretty easy connection for people, but there's a whole host of things out there that can also be bad happening in your legs because of vein disease that people in general don't know about.
And some can be painful, so others can just be unsightly.
Well, pain, heaviness, swelling, difficulty getting around, difficulty with mobility. But with Mr. Bradshaw, he was a very kind of good patient to exemplify the fact that it's not always obvious that it's a problem with vein disease.
Well, let me ask you then, what prompted you to seek a consultation with Dr. Julep and his staff?
I was getting a lot of swelling in my lower legs, plus I was also had developed like a rash, like eczema, and it was getting painful, and to the point that my legs were actually weeping, and it was painful, and it stung a lot.
Okay, so you've been through how many treatments?
A few? Several, yeah.
A few? Okay. I want to know then how life is going for you now that you've been and seen Dr. Julep.
It's a lot better. It's been a slower process. It's not like an overnight thing. It's been a number of treatments. But it really helps to improve the quality of life when you're your legs are not swollen. They're not. Used to have to change my socks twice a day because they'd just be soaked with the inflammation and sort of oozing a little bit like that.
We're seeing some before and after photos
of your
legs, and
it's
wow.
ugly.
And I can see why this process would take a little longer. Dr. Julep, not everybody obviously is the same. Not every vein is the same.
Right.
So not every treatment is the same.
Yeah, it's all a little different. Mr. Bradshaw had very long-standing venous insufficiency. He had vein stripping quite a number of years ago. So his problem had been around a while. And it had advanced to a fairly severe level, as you can see by the pictures. So yeah, it takes more than one step. And also with someone like Mr. Bradshaw, it's kind of an ongoing thing because venous insufficiency is usually a genetically predetermined kind of thing. We have it. We don't change that. It's not like we can change the genome of the patient.
Right.
But we treat the problem that is present at the time, and then we monitor people in the long run, because Mr. Bradshaw will be my friend for a long time.
I was going to say, so I'm sure patients like Mr. Bradshaw have probably impacted your practice. I just, real quickly, we're almost out of time. I just want to throw it out there to any viewers that may be feeling some pain, that might be seeing something in their legs. What should they do? Well,
they should, they may not even think that it's related to vein disease because, like I said, a lot of things can happen to the legs and it's not obvious. But, yeah, if you have pain, swelling, and skin changes, you see a lot of people out, in the public that have either discoloration of their skin, or the weepiness that Mr. Bradshaw mentions, or the rash. The rash that people can get on their legs is something that we call venous eczema.
Okay.
And it looks like it could be a dermatologic problem, but it's not. It's related to vein function. So, yeah, if people have any question with respect to how their legs are looking, how they're feeling, they require an evaluation. Come on in and see us.
There you go. Vein Clinics of Hawaii. Warren, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Julep, always a pleasure
Thanks, John.
to talk to you and see you.
You bet.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
All right, coming up on Living 808, you only live once, so have that extra slice of pie.